All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. So this is the first week of the Lean Mean Forex Trading Machine course, and the reason I called it the Lean Mean Forex Trading Machine course is that what I'm going to teach you is the leanest, just the stuff that you really need to know. There's loads of stuff that's out there with indicators, with all these little strategies up and down, and crazy stuff, overwhelming information. We're going to cut through all that stuff, and we're just going to learn the stuff that you really need to know in order to be profitable day in, day out in the market. Now, one thing that you do need to understand is that even the best of traders have days where they can lose a couple of trades or whatever. They can be uh, negative for the day. However, I don't remember the last week or month that I've had personally um, a negative week or month, and that is in itself an excellent achievement, and that's something that I want to pass on to you guys. So let's get started. This is going to be a step-by-step system. The first week we're going to go through an introduction into everything. So if it's a little bit slow for you advanced traders, it's going to be cool to just reaffirm the things that we know, really get excited about the things that we've known from, that they're really deep inside us, but we've actually forgotten about them because we've been trading for so long. You get stuck up in the markets and stuff. So if everyone's cool, if everyone can hear me properly, let's get rolling. All right. So what's our mission now? Let's reaffirm why we're all here, right? The mission of this course is to teach you how to generate a full-time income from trading the Forex market. And that sounds like quite a mission, but trust me, if you really learn these things and if you put them into practice, you can make a full-time income. I mean, this is what I've been doing for the last couple of years, and it's really propelled in the last year into a very, very good income. So it's something that definitely can be achieved, and these are going to be the steps that you need to take. So this course is composed of 5 main parts. That's why I've split it into 5 weeks. That's why I've split it into 5 weeks. So this week, the first week, we're going to do an introduction, and we're going to go through all the basics that you need to know. And this is really taking you from the street, not knowing anything about this market, into someone who's going to have a basic understanding of why we're here and what we're trying to achieve. So this week we're going to go through all that stuff. And then the second week we'll go into risk management, which is very, very essential, and I've dedicated a whole week to it. I'm going to talk about this in a second a little bit more. But as a summary, the third week we're going to go into technical analysis, which is my style of trading. There's loads of stuff to learn here that I'm going to give you loads of tools that we're going to put together and give you a step-by-step procedure on how to really attack the market and make yourself some good profits day in, day out. The fourth week we're going to have a look at putting it all together. Now there's risk management, which is one side of trading. There's technical analysis, which is another side of trading. There are things in between that we look out for. So in the fourth week, we're actually going to put everything together and get you to understand the routines that we go through. And everything it's about habit. It's about routine. Success is a habit. I'm going to mention that a little bit later in this course, but we're going to go through a routine in which if you follow this routine, then every single day, then success is inevitable. You're just going to get better and better at following the routine, following the steps, my blueprint to being successful in this market. So week 4, we're going to put everything together that we've learned so far. And then week 5, it's all about practice, practice, practice. I mean, no one's become a professional. If you think about professional sports people, they don't become professional sports people without practice. You don't, complete your university degree, or you don't become good at your business or your job or whatever if you don't practice. So week 5, we're going to go through examples, live examples of what's going through in the market. We're going to spend a lot of time on different aspects, how to handle different things, and really ingrain the good habits. I'm going to keep on repeating that word habits, by the way, because it's something that I really want to get through to you, to focus on developing the good habits and just repeating them. Repeat the good habits and you're going to get there. It's as simple as that. Where people usually fail is that they don't take the right approach, they develop bad habits, and that sort of leads to, it's a domino effect. It leads to destruction. So week 5, practice, practice, practice. At the end of every one of these weekly sessions that we have, we're going to do on the Sunday, we'll do the Q&A. So what I'd like you guys to do is send me an email. I don't understand this, I don't understand that. We're going to put them together and then go through each one of them, and we'll have an interactive session as well, just to make sure that everyone is on point. So I think it's really, really good stuff. I'm quite excited to be sharing all this information. So let's move on. So let's take a look at what each one of these sections is actually going to cover in more detail. So first of all, the intro into Forex. We're going to explain what the Forex market is and why it exists, all that stuff, so you have a better understanding of everything that's related to it. We're going to explain what Forex trading is. So obviously the market is there, but how do we profit from the fluctuations, and why do the fluctuations happen, and all that stuff. We're going to talk about how we make money in this market, like I just mentioned, the terminology to familiarize yourself with, so that's all coming up today, and the different types of trading, the fundamental, the technical, which one I choose and why, and you're going to develop a very good, clear picture of what this market is, and this is going to basically be the foundation for us to build on. So you can't really build a building on chopsticks. You got to have a real solid foundation, and that's what we're going to do today and on Sunday. And if everyone is on point by then, if everyone is at a decent level, then we can take a step further. We can take it quicker. I don't mind, but I want to make sure that no one's left behind. So those are the first. Those are the things we're going to be looking at today. And then the last thing is setting you up for trading. Now we'll go to just set you up with a demo account. So that's pretty much it. I'll guide you through it. It's going to be recorded. You can watch it at any time, and then take it from there. So we're all set up to take it to the next level in the coming weeks. And then week 2, we'll look at risk management. Now, risk management, by the way, is more important than any strategy that you learn. And let me just explain something really quickly, which is, I explain this a lot of times in my coaching classes in the morning. I think the guys that attend the classes, hopefully they're not getting bored of it, but repetition is the mother of all learning. So let me explain one thing really quickly, and this is really important in terms of understanding what it takes to be successful right here in this market. It's actually anywhere between 75 to 80% psychology. So it's all about the successful mindset, the approaching this with a level of certainty, with a level of with a successful mindset, with confidence, certainty, and conviction in your trade plans. We're going to go through this in the when we put everything together. However, I just want to give you a brief overview of what it really takes and why risk management is so important for us to spend a whole week, to spend a weekly session on. About 15 to 20% is risk management, and risk management is the thing that can really define. Risk management is the thing that can really define whether you're successful or not successful in this market, because you're always sort of one step away from destruction. If you risk too much, you can always get into trouble, and that can really lead to, it's like a domino effect. One thing leads on to another, and you can really lead to destruction. So as long as you have risk management set out correctly, and you follow the rules that I'm going to give you, then you're going to be fine. Nothing that the market does ever will influence your weekly or monthly performance. It might influence your the performance within the hour. You might lose a trade or two or whatever, but it's never gonna, or even the daily performance, but it's never gonna influence your performance over a week and over a month. And my goal is to really really bring you to that level where you can, where whatever happens in the market, you are so well risk managed that you'll take a losing day and it doesn't matter. You come back the next day, you're fresh. It's a new battle. You have the success mindset in there, and as long as you do that, you will be profitable more. You're going to be profitable 3-4 days in every week at least. So that's, you go into any business, you go into a restaurant, they come in on a Monday or a Tuesday, and they are, if it's raining or whatever, they're losing money because they have to pay the staff, they have to pay the bills and all that stuff. So as long as they make the money Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, that's 4 days in a week, they're happy. So trading is a business, and as long as you make money 3 to 4 times in a week, then you can make, there's no limit to how much you can make. So my goal is to get you to that level where you are profitable most of the time. So in order to do that, risk management is a very significant thing that we're going to look at. And then the last thing is strategy. Now, if you take a look at, strategy is only 5% of successful trading. If you take a look at what most people sell out there and what's going on in the market, people are just looking for the next strategy. What's the strategy to get in? What's the strategy to get out? What's this? What's that? They're focusing on the wrong thing. 5% of success is with the strategy, only 5%. And I hope that sort of opens your eyes into what's really important. So don't go looking for the wrong things. Focus on these two. And if you pick out a good strategy, and I'm going to give you a really good strategy to trade with, you are going to be successful. There's a very high failure rate in this market because most people are focusing on that. That's why there's a high failure rate. If everyone focused on these other things, it would be totally different. But that's good for us because when someone loses, you are there to pick it up. So it's just like in business, this is the most cutthroat business, and you have to be there to get paid on every opportunity there is. So I just wanted to take a step out to explain to you and give you a bigger picture of this strategy anyway. Give you a better picture of what it really takes. So that's why we're going to be spending a whole session on risk management, and I'm going to guide you through the way I manage my risk, and that's going to really set you up for success. So I strongly believe that around 20% of your success lies here. 20%, I mean, it's anywhere between, like I mentioned, probably between 15 and 30. So 20% is like a number in between of success lies here. So you have to really get this spot on. However, the good thing about this is that once you get it spot on, you don't need to worry about this. So we'll go through that, and we'll make sure that you are set correctly. You can make money even if you lose more than 50% of the time. So even if you, theoretically, even if you're flipping a coin and then placing a trade, if you're properly risk managed, you can still make money. Now, theoretically this should work, and I don't really advise you to be doing that. I mean, what we tend to do in the trading room, which is a service that I provide every single day, is we go through steps to identify high probability setups. And when I say high probability, you're looking at making between 70 to 90% of the time you're having profitable trades. So that's the kind of level that you can be at. And when you add risk management to that level of profitability, then you are going to be profitable most of the time, and with most of your trades. So then we're going to go through all the different calculations that you need to understand. Again, there's a Q&A session afterwards as well. So anything that you don't understand, you don't have to be really good at maths, because I go through this process once a month in my own trading, and then during the rest of the month I just follow the same risk management rules. So don't be spooked by this. We're going to go through it and make sure that you can go off, even just after this course, you can go off and be properly risk managed, and you can be a step into your, a solid step with a solid foundation into to being a successful trader. And then we're going to talk about minimizing risk and maximizing rewards. That I use those words quite a lot. Low risk, high probability trades. So always look for the low risk, high probability trades. It's just something that's got to be ingrained, and I do keep on repeating it a lot. So don't mind me doing that. All right, and the role of risk reward, the role that risk reward has on your success, and I think that if there is one holy grail in this market, then it is the risk reward. As long as you're risking less than what your reward is, you only need to be profitable 50% of the time. So we're going to go into this. I don't want to go into it right now because it might get a bit too overwhelming, and it's a whole chapter on its own. So just as a quick introduction, we'll go through the risk reward, the role that risk reward has on your success as a trader. And I'll share with you my simple money management technique that makes everyday trading a piece of cake, and it really does, because a lot of traders sit there and they have to calculate their positions, and they spend a lot of time on that stuff. I don't, in terms of my own trading, and I'm going to show you how we do that. And then week 3, we go into technical analysis. So we're going to learn about the most important technical tools that we use and how to put these tools together. So that's support and resistance, absolutely essential for traders. The guys that have been trading a while are going to be very familiar that I'm really big on these things. I spend a lot of time focusing on them and identifying trades around these levels of support and resistance, around trend lines, around pivots, and we're going to be explaining what each of them means and how to use them. So pivots, Fibonacci, which is, it can be quite overwhelming, but I have a very easy way to use Fibonacci and very high probability way to use them to your advantage every day. So we're not going to go through everything. We're just going to go through the things that really work. Again, going back to why this is the lean mean course. It's just looking at things that work, nothing else. And then we're going to look at candlesticks, how to identify, how to put yourself in an even higher level of probability for success. So how to increase your probabilities of success using these candlesticks and using little patterns that occur in the market to really time your trades and get in with the highest level of probability. And then how to identify high probability, low risk trades again every single day. And lastly, the best times to enter a trade. Now, I'm very big on timing your trade at around, I've done some videos as well about really aligning the time you take your trades. I don't spend my whole day staring at the charts, and that's one thing. That's one misconception that a lot of people have. I come in and out at different times, and if you can really base your trading around these times where there is momentum happening in the market, then you can really line up these high probability and low risk trades that I talk about all the time. So I have 5 times that I look at the charts in the market. The rest of the time I'm doing other things. So that's why I have so much time to be doing coaching, to be doing mentoring and all that stuff. So I only look at particular times. I'm going to be sharing those times with you, and if you can align them with everything else that we talk about, then boom, you're going to be very, very close to be. If you keep on doing those things, you're going to be able to be consistently profitable. It's just as simple as that. And then managing your trades, we're going to look at how to manage trades. Okay, and then week 4, we're going to put everything together. How to build your routine, what my routine is. We're going to go through my daily routine and affirmations, which basically keep me a step ahead of the market every day. This is like playing chess. So what you want to be is you want to be a step ahead. You want to plan your day one step ahead of everyone else. You want to know where you're going to go in, where you're going to go out, where you're going to buy, where you're going to sell, and what happens if you're wrong. So you're going to have everything in place, sometimes even hours before it actually happens. So um, that's why we want to be as abstract from the market as possible. So I'm going to share with you what my daily routine is. This is a daily routine that we go through in the trading room anyway. But we'll be sharing that so you can just take it away with you and do your own thing if that's what you wish to do. Then we're going to look at how to create your trade plans for the day. Again, this is part of the daily routine. What steps to take in order to create your trade plans. And trading is all about planning and then executing a plan. You hear professional sports people or coaches where they talk about even business strategy. You know, you have a plan, you create a business plan or whatever, and then you look to execute that plan. So that's what we do every single day in trading. We create a plan in the morning, what we're looking to happen in the market, and then we just execute that plan as it begins to manifest. So this is what us as professionals have to do. If you want to be consistently profitable, you have to plan and you have to execute the plan. What most people do, on the other hand, what amateur traders do, is they come in and they start firing bullets. It's like imagine yourself being in a battlefield, right? And there's snipers all around you, and then you're in a battlefield. First of all, you're crawling, and then you're sort of safe, and then you just stand up in the middle of the battlefield. Well, what's going to happen? And you start shooting around, right? What's going to happen? Well, you're most likely to get gunned down. It's as simple as that. This is what most people do. They come up, they just open the charts and they start firing away. Or I'll buy here, or I'll sell here, and then they wonder why they can't be consistently profitable. Yes, they'll make money from time to time. Everyone, you know, put a kid on the keyboard and tell him press any button. At some point they are going to make money. However, if you want to be consistently profitable, you have to be the sniper. You have to be the guy that's or girl that's taking it, that's strategically placing themselves in areas where they can be consistently profitable, where they can gun the other guys down. To use that, to go back to that analogy. So keep that in mind going forward. Don't be the guy that or girl that stands up in the middle of the battlefield that starts shooting all over the place. You want to be putting a plan together every single day and then executing that plan. That's your job. That's it. Nothing else. Then we're going to look at how to strategically choose where to enter and exit the market so that you extract the most amount of profit from it. So again, this is gonna go back into the technical analysis, and also we look at fundamental news that are coming out. So all these little bits and pieces, how we put them together every single day in a routine, in a blueprint that you can follow, that you can take away and follow straight after this course. So we're gonna take a look at that too. And then the final week, which is the 5th week, practice, practice, practice. And practice is essential, like I said. I mean, knowledge is worthless if it can be put into practice. And if you don't, you know, you can be the smartest person in the world, but if you cannot use that knowledge to something, then it's really, it's pointless. So it's actually worse. It's more of a sin to know something and not do something about it than not to know it, in my eyes. So we're going to practice. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what we do. We're going to look at some live examples, and then what you don't get in these. Some of you have attended other courses. I have myself. I've attended tons of them. What happens is they're held over a weekend, and they give you these perfect scenarios of where they enter a trade and why it's profitable and blah blah blah. But they don't show you, you know, the live stuff that's happening. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it a step further, and we're gonna we're going to look through live examples during one of these sessions. So that's going to be cool. I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to really show you what happens every day, what the action is like. So that's going to be interesting. And then just remember, practice makes perfect. It builds. Practice makes perfect. It builds skill, confidence, and conviction. This is the thing that's the more you practice, the better you get at it. So it's imperative that you put as much effort into practicing and executing these trades, analyzing, practicing, and executing trades. That's what's gonna really get you there. That's what's gonna sharpen the knife that you cut that bread with every day. And like I said, we're going to practice using live examples from the market. So this is nothing that I've prepared at the moment. And if you're watching this as a recording, then you know, it's obviously going to be in the past for you. But at the time of doing it, for everyone that's in the group, it's going to be live. So that's going to be cool, taking examples right as they happen. And you will build the right habits from the start. And this will ensure that you're successful. So I'm going to give you the blueprint. What you have to do is practice it, and that's going to sort of get ingrained into your routine. It's going to become a habit, and as long as you don't diverge from it, you're 90% there. Trust me. All you just have to do is practice. So habits define whether we succeed or not, and I'll be here to ensure that you build the right ones from the very beginning. So that's why we're doing this course. That's why I'm getting this recorded. That's why it's so accessible. Focus on perfecting your skill, and repetition is the mother of all learning. So the more you repeat it, the more you repeat the things that work, and just ignore the things that don't work. Ignore the things that are sort of that are sporadic and you do once in a while. Just go away from that stuff and just focus on the things that work. Everything that I'm going to show you works, and I think by the end of this course you're going to be convinced in that. So repetition is the mother of all learning. Repeat the things that I'm going to show you, and you'll be very close to as long as you repeat it a lot, you'll be able to make money consistently. So what is the result that you get after this course? And this is the big picture, right? The result that you will be able to achieve is that you get at least 2 income streams. And you might wonder what the second one is and why at least 2. But first of all, you'll have one active one, which is directly from your trading. But I'll show you a way that you can generate other income streams which are passive. So we're going to go into these income streams a little later on. I don't want to change the course of, we're here to learn how to generate one income stream. But at the end of this course, you will have the tools that will enable you, the tools and the knowledge that will enable you to generate 2 income streams. And it's all about, if you want to be really wealthy, if you want financial freedom, then you need to be generating as many income streams as possible. So trading will allow you at least to, there's hundreds of ways you can make additional income from all this knowledge, and we'll be going through some of that stuff later. So massive value, I think, there, and infinite other opportunities. I mean, other opportunities and possibilities. So this is not hype. It's real world. I mean, you can do things like, you can generate more income by teaching other people. You can generate more income by managing funds. You can generate more income by just through your own trading, by making a deal with the broker. So there are many ways to do this, and I'll be really spilling the beans. Some of this stuff has taken me years to accumulate, so it's really valuable stuff. So by the end of this program, you will be able to identify high probability trading opportunities for daily profits. Again, just to reaffirm, you're going to minimize your risk and maximize your rewards. Only risk 1% if you're a beginner. You can risk 0.5% and still make a decent amount. It just depends on how much you have in your account. So ideally, just risk 1% of your capital per trade. and know when not to trade, which is as important as knowing when to trade. Think like a professional trader. Set you up with a professional trader's mindset. So you'll also be equipped with all the tools and strategies necessary for success. I've pretty much gone through all that stuff, but this is just to reaffirm before we move into the meat of this session. So, and again, once you do this is just to get us all excited for what's coming up. You will be able to develop, you will develop a skill and knowledge that are yours for life. I mean, once I've passed on this information to you, it's there with you, it's within your brain, you can do whatever you want with it. So you will develop a skill and knowledge that's yours for life, what you can do afterwards is you can pass it on to your friends, family, children, teach other people, do whatever you want with it. So it's again just emphasizing the importance of this knowledge, the importance of this information, and of course you can write your own paycheck with the trading. So ideally you just want to be interested in trading really, and we're going to equip you with all those skills. So what's the best way to use this program? Focus, focus, focus. And this is a very common problem that a lot of people go through, and the reason why I have it here is what people do is they start with one strategy, right? And remember what I said about the strategy. Strategy is only 5% of what successful trading is about. So focus is an acronym for follow one course until successful. So you don't want to be, you jump on this course and you go on another course and you learn a strategy, then you try this, then you try that, then you just get overwhelmed and don't know where to turn, pulling your hair out and stuff like that. And believe me, I'm not just being funny, it's a lot of people do that. They try this strategy, oh this works, oh okay, let me just do this, and oh okay, now this is gonna work, oh this indicator, that indicator, this new robot, that. Forget about all that stuff. Focus on the stuff that I'm here to deliver to you. This is the stuff I do every single day. This is what I make a living from, and just follow this, and you will be successful. Then once you are successful with this stuff, then you can expand your horizons. Then you can do different things, but you have to have a foundation, something that's there, which you know that works, and which you have a support system for, which you do with me anyway. So make sure you follow one course until successful, and then expand your horizons. Don't try to do too much. That's one way for sure failure. If you try to do too much, then you are definitely you're gonna get overwhelmed and you're gonna give up. You're definitely gonna give up at some point if you do that. So focus and momentum is what gives you results. So as long as your energy is focused in one direction, which hopefully will be in this direction that we're heading to, then that will give you results. And you're going to see results much quicker as long as your energy is focused in one direction. If you keep on trying different things, then you're just going to get sporadic results because you're behaving sporadically. So again, that word focus. Don't allow yourself to get distracted. Those that keep the momentum will be successful. I'm very confident in the stuff that I teach. So as long as you keep the momentum going in this direction, you will achieve results. There's no doubt about it. And last thing is, you can do this. Everyone can do it. If I can do it, everyone can do it. So you just have to believe in it, in yourself. And Forex is one of the fastest and best investment vehicles to build wealth with, and not just wealth but income. So there are two aspects of building wealth. One is the capital gain, and the other one is building an income. So you can build both of these things through this liquid market, and we're going to go through why it's so attractive in a second. But what I want you to do is get the right habits from the start, and then you can definitely do it. So I know a lot of people struggle with the belief that whether it's really possible. There's a lot of negativity surrounding this. I saw something the other day when people have some sort of negativity surrounded around Forex, but if you take if you just take note of what I said earlier about what's important, strategy is 5%. Well, most 5% of being successful here, right? What most people focus on, 90% of their energy, they focus on the strategy, finding the next strategy, finding the next robot, finding that. They're focusing on the wrong thing, and that's why there's such a high failure rate. That's why there is negativity surrounding it, and that's why you really need to believe that you can do this, because if you follow the right successful blueprint, you can get there. And I'm going to give you all this stuff. So I hope by now that you're convinced that this is a really good way to go, and I know that you're here because you want to learn. So let's move on. I do have a lot of content, and if you guys don't have any questions, we can rock and roll.